tear gas shells, some of which landed on the Indian side of the border. More than 200 Indian trucks with drivers and support staff are detained for more than 10 days in Birganj while returning to India with empty trucks after delivery of goods in Nepal for unknown reasons. In an incident at Bhairava as recently as the 7th of October, at least 6 Indian truck drivers were beaten by Nepalese people in the Nepalese customs area. Now, if you call that security, then I don't agree with that. So basically the problem is really the security situation on the Nepalese side. Our freight forwarders, our truckers have repeatedly told us, if you can guarantee that we will not be attacked, our consignment will be able to go freely, then we are happy to go and unload there. But as of now, that particular condition, that situation is not existing on the Nepalese side of the border. Yeah, Smita Sharma.
Because would your assessment be that, given the kind of enthusiasm that we saw over the last few months with Narendra Modi's visit to Kathmandu and the other leaders, has that spirit sort of dampened now? Is this a setback in a way to the kind of momentum that you were hoping for in this bilateral relationship? And B, now that Sushma Swaraj is going to Maldives, will this pave the way for the Prime Minister's visit as well, or will that be dependent on internal circumstances, perhaps the way they continue to handle Nasheed?
Well, look, we do recognize that there is a growth of anti-India sentiment in Nepal. And this is something we are seriously concerned about. There is no doubt about that. There is no two ways about that. But who is responsible for this? I mean, that is the question that needs to be asked. Who has stoked this anti-India sentiment? And why has this anti-India sentiment peaked? Because of what is happening on the Nepalese side of the border. Because the constitution-making process was not seen as a fair process by some sections of the Nepalese population. And they are the ones who have decided then that, look, we are not going to accept this, we are going to protest against this. And as a result of that protest, some goods from India, which Nepal needs, are not able to go through. But the blame is being shifted as if it's India which is responsible for this kind of a thing. India is not responsible for this at all. As I have repeatedly said, we want peace and stability in Nepal. That for us has been the #1 priority from day one. We have an open border with Nepal. Anything that happens on the Nepalese side of the border, any conflagration, any violence, any disturbance, has an immediate spillover effect on our side of the border as well. So why would we want instability in Nepal? Why would we stoke instability in Nepal? The problem in Nepal is a problem of Nepalese own creation, and that is why we have been urging them, please reach out to your own people, put your house in order, do some kind of a dialogue with them. We have never been prescriptive. We have never said this is the kind of constitution you should have. Never. We have never ever laid down any conditions for Nepal. They are a sovereign independent country. It's their constitution. It's their people. They have to resolve their own situation with the conversations with their own people. So we don't interfere in their constitution making process. We only advise them that it would be preferable for a constitution which is not based on simple majoritarianism, but which has broad-based ownership by all sections of the Nepalese population. If that could be resolved, there would be no problem that we are talking about. There would be no anti-India sentiment. But unfortunately, this exists, and for which, as I said, the blame lies squarely with the Nepalese leadership, and we hope that they will do something about it so that the traditionally friendly relations between Nepal and India can continue as before. Yeah. One question only.
Sir, you mentioned that 9 main trade points between India and Nepal, they've been halted because of the protest on the Nepali side. But India being a good neighbor to Nepal, is India considering other routes to provide items to Nepal? For example, India can choose far western and eastern point where there are no protests going on, there are no Madhesis.
As of now, these are the recognized crossing points. And as I said, we never expected that this thing would last as long as it has. Our expectation was that there would be a quick accommodation and things would move forward. But now the Madhesi protest has actually gone on for 50 days. It's been 50 days since the first protest erupted. So we hope, as I said, nothing is lost completely yet. And the dialogue has started, so we are hoping that this logjam will be resolved at the earliest. Sachin.
मेरा सवाल नेपाल को लेकर के है। नेपाल की जो टॉप लीडरशिप है, ये लगातार ब्लेम कर रही है, पहली चीज तो क्या आप इसकी नीयत पर शक देखते हैं? दूसरी चीज ये है कि वो उनकी तरफ से बार बार ये चीज कही जा रही है कि आप हमें फोर्स कर रहे हैं कि हम चाइना की तरफ जाएं। तो ये चाइना का नाम बार बार जो वहां से लिया जा रहा है, इसको इंडिया कैसे देखता है?
देखिए, सिर्फ ये जो भारत ने जो कहा है यही हमारे, अब देखिए ईयू का एक स्टेटमेंट आया था अभी 1-2 दिन पहले, उन्होंने भी वही बात कही है कि डायलॉग इज द ओनली वे फॉरवर्ड। तो सभी इस समय इनकरेज कर रहे हैं कि डायलॉग के माध्यम से ही इस जो करंट लॉकडाउन जो मैंने कहा है उसका समाधान निकल सकता है। तो ये कहना कि किसी और देश से हम ले लेंगे, आपका नहीं करेंगे, दे आर वेलकम, एज अ सेड, वो सॉवरेन इंडिपेंडेंट कंट्री है, उनकी अपनी चॉइसेस, हम कुछ में कंस्ट्रेंट नहीं कर सकते हैं। लेकिन जो रोटी बेटी रिश्ता नेपाल का भारत के साथ है वो तो कोई कंट्री सब्स्टिट्यूट नहीं कर सकती है। ये तो नेपाल भी जानता है कि जो रिश्ता हमारा नेपाल के साथ है, एक सिविलाइजेशनल रिश्ता है, सांस्कृतिक रिश्ता है, लोगों का रिश्ता है, रोटी बेटी का रिश्ता है, वो रिश्ता तो कोई और कंट्री कैसे उसको सब्स्टिट्यूट कर सकती है। तो हमारी उम्मीद यही है कि नेपाल की जो लीडरशिप है, और ऑलरेडी प्रयत्न हो रहे हैं, वो आपने देखा है कि नेपाल की कैबिनेट ने 2 कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अमेंडमेंट्स की बात की है ऑलरेडी, और उससे मुझे लगता है कि अगर वो बात आगे बढ़ी तो हो सकता है कि मधेसीज और जो बाकी जनजाति वगैरह जो अभी असंतुष्ट हैं, वो हो सकता है कि उन्हें लगे कि हाँ अब उनके लिए भी एक प्रक्रिया आरंभ हो गई है और वो अब अपना एजिटेशन जो है वो हो सकता है वापस ले लें। थैंक यू ऑल।